Go.
Forbear and eat no more,
Why? I have eaten none yet.
nor shalt not till necessity be served.
Of what kind should this come of?
Art thou thus bolden, man, by thy distress, or else a rude despiser of good manners, that in civility thou seemst so empty?
You touch my vein at first. The thorny point of bare distress hath taken me from the show of smooth civility. Yet am I inland bred and know some nurture. But forbear, I say, he dies that touches any of this fruit, till I and my affairs are answered.
And you'll not be answered with reason. I must die.
What would you have? Your gentleness shall force. More than your force moveth to gentleness.
I almost die for food, and let me have it.
Sit down and feed, and welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently? Pardon me, I pray you. I thought all things had been savage here, therefore put I on the countenance of stern commandment. But whatever you are that in this desert inaccessible, under the shade of the melancholy boughs, lose and neglect the creeping hours of time. If ever you have looked upon better days, if ever been where bells have knolled to church, if ever sat at any good man's feast, if ever from your eyelids wiped a tear, and know what 'tis to pity and to be pitied, let gentleness my strong enforcement be, in which hope I blush and hide my sword.
True is it that we have seen better days, and have with holy bell been knolled to church, and sat at good man's feast, and wiped our eyes of drops that sacred pity hath engendered. And therefore sit you down in gentleness, and take upon command what help we have, that tear wanting may be ministered.
But forbear your food a little while it's like a doe I go to find my fawn and give it food. There is an old poor man who after me hath many a weary step, limped in pure love.
Thou seest we are not all alone unhappy. This wide and universal theater presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play in.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail, unwillingly to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. Then a soldier, full of strange oaths, and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth.
And then the justice, full with fair round belly and good cap and line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The sixth age shifts to with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, with his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunken shank, and his big manly voice turned again to a childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. The last scene of all that ends a strange event in history. This ends the strange eventful history is the second childish and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Welcome. Set down your venerable burthen and let him feed.
I thank you most for him.
So had you need. I scarce can speak to thank you for myself.
Welcome. Fall to, I will not trouble you. As yet to question you about your fortunes, give us some music, and good cousin, sing.